and again, the sort of the balance of that kind of frenetic energy and emotion is really inspiring and fun to watch. How did you get involved in that, and what was the process getting to production?
I was given the book when we were doing the Shaun of the Dead press tour in the States, like in 2004. So when the first volume came out, two of the producers, Jared LeBoff and Adam Siegel, cornered me at a screening and said, "We have your next movie." Which wasn't entirely true because I went off to make Hot Fuzz, but like, I read the first book when I was on the press tour for Shaun of the Dead, and I remember that they told me, they said in their little bite-sized picture of it was Cameron Crowe meets the 5 Deadly Venoms. And I think by the time I actually read the book, because it had been in my bag, I'd forgotten about that, and I was just enjoying the opening, and in a similar way to like sort of Shaun and Hot Fuzz, like the book is great because it starts in a reasonably real world, and then it starts to kind of like explode into something else. So there's a scene in the book where like Scott Pilgrim receives a threatening email from his first the first person he's going to duel to the death with, and kind of at that point I was already kind of thinking, it's that weird thing when I read stuff, I was already thinking about what it would look like in live action before I'd even finished like the first book. And I think as well, like, and Brian had never seen Spaced, but it kind of reminded me of Spaced, at least in the sense of the level of reality is that these characters who've grown up on this particular medium and video games and animation, and you know that they would see them, you know that they would almost play out their lives in this way. And having done Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, as ridiculous as they are, they kind of take place in a real world where people die, and you know that you're in real locations, and sort of, you know, Scott Pilgrim always like felt like, you know, in space we had a lot of fantasy sequences and dream sequences, and Scott Pilgrim felt like the dream scene that never ends. And so I was really just kind of hooked on the first book and thought it would be amazing to try and do it as a film, because it would be an interesting level of reality to do in a comedy, and it would kind of, it starts in a naturalistic place, but it kind of goes into, flowers into kind of magical realism and insanity.
Well, you did a brilliant job translating that to the screen. You're finishing the film now. You're not entirely done.
I'm not entirely finished, no.
So we have like 9 minutes of more or less finished film to show.
Yeah, so we have like a chunk of Scott Pilgrim to show you, and just the setup on this. But this is after Scott Pilgrim has fought his first ex. And basically, for those of you who don't know what it's about, like he... oh, you saw the trailer? Okay. So I'm not going to bother trying to explain it. But so he's just had his kind of like first fight and his first date. Now he's on his second date, and everything seems to be going okay, but Ramona Flowers has changed her hair colour, which unnecessarily freaks Scott Pilgrim the fuck out. So this is where we start. Check it out.